He reached deep into his creative mind when it came to that insult. Great job, buddy. What is up, Bills Mafia? We have 82 days to go until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57. This channel is going to document every single day leading up to that amazing moment with a video. I'll tell you what, I just love when people get on this channel and try to bring us down, mock this team, like this guy in this comment right here. Yeah, Buffalo is a cesspool. Boy, that's original. I can't breathe. He reached deep into his creative mind when it came to that insult. Great job, buddy. How about I help you out a little bit there, buddy, with an insult? Say something like, Buffalo is worse than a festering tumor on the ass of a dead donkey. Or living in Buffalo is worse than dying a slow death in the bottom of a Vietnam spike pit. Or you would rather live forever in the basement of your mother's house than live in Buffalo, which you probably already do. You won't be around here in February when we are prancing around with the Super Bowl trophy. I'll tell you that right now. It's time for power rankings. I have my top team after 11 weeks in the season. Is it the Buffalo Bills? Check it out.
Cracking my top 10, the Seattle Seahawks. They lost to the Bucs in Week 10, had a bye, but Geno Smith has this team thinking playoffs. Moving up to number 9, I have the Cincinnati Bengals after beating division rival Pittsburgh in the Steel City. Dropping a bunch of spots to number 8, the Minnesota Vikings. They got their purple pimples popped at home by the Cowboys 40-3. Why couldn't they have played like that against us? At number 7, it's the Ravens. They drop a spot after an uninspired 13-3 win over the Panthers. Also dropping a spot, the Dolphins. They were on a bye. I can't wait for the rematch in a few weeks here in Buffalo. At number 5, I have the 49ers. This team really looked good against the Cardinals in Mexico. Ole! Is that racist? At number 4, I have the Eagles. They stay put after barely escaping a win in Indianapolis. At number 3, it's our Buffalo Bills. They got a nice win on the road, overcame a lot of stuff to beat the Cleveland Browns, but I actually have them dropping a spot because they're really dealing with some injuries and because they just don't look like the same team that started the season, which I guess is because of all those injuries. Moving into the number 2 spot, I have the Dallas Cowboys. They looked amazing against the Vikings in Minnesota. Bills, Cowboys, Super Bowl 57. And still at number 1, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Down to the Chargers, 27-23 with less than a minute to go. Patrick Mahomes does what Patrick Mahomes does. He pulls out a win. Don't look now, but they hold the number 1 seed.
Those are my top 10 teams in the NFL. Got to give it to the Kansas City Chiefs. They are playing at a very high level right now. If we have to face them in the playoffs, I'll tell you what, boy, it better be here in Buffalo. I will not be able to handle another gut-wrenching game in Kansas City. I know we're going to win, but I just would rather they play in Buffalo and just blow that team out as opposed to, winning a close one in Kansas City. That's all I got to say. Going to have a little preview of the game coming up tomorrow. Thursday, of course, they're playing the Lions on Thanksgiving Day. Tell me what you're doing for Thanksgiving. I'd love to know, so comment below. See you tomorrow.